Okay, so today
last night,
I'm going to
sniperwolf,
be
a
covering
massive
the
YouTuber, showed up
JacksFilms
outside of our
sniperwolf
home, recorded a
controversies,
video
and
of our home,
so far
and then
I agree with
posted
Jack
it to our
because
5.6
all
million
sniperwolf
Instagram
can do was
followers,
just
goading me with the
fucking
line,
hack him.
"Let's talk like adults."
And
In my
she
17
went to his
years
house,
on YouTube,
doxed
I
him,
never once had
and
someone come to my
pretty
home
much is blaming
and
it
vaguely
all
threaten
on
me.
him. I'm gonna be watching more
Sniperwolf
people's
needs to
people's
be
videos.
deplatformed. In this exact
But
moment, she
yeah,
turned from a mere content
it's
thief
just
to someone who
so
doxes
bullshit
and
on
stalks her
what
critics.
the
To everyone that's
fuck
reached out to us,
happened?
thank you. We're fine.
I'm
We're just
pissed.
a little shaken up. But mainly, we feel
Don't ask
violated.
about that
We no
vocal
longer feel
cord
safe
change,
in our own
babies.
home because we're dealing with someone who genuinely thinks
But,
they're in
yeah.
the right for A, stalking me, and B, posting our home
Like,
to her massive audience.
She didn't even
What
have to do
a
any of this. She
disgusting
could have just
abuse
DM'd
of
him.
Clout that
Like,
is.
and
This is irresponsible at best and flat out dangerous
and
at worst.
spoke like adults with him.
YouTube needs
But
to
no,
step in
she said,
and take action.
She said,
If this goes
fuck it, I'm going to his
unpunished,
fucking
then it sets
house.
a
I'm gonna
terrifying
dox him.
precedent
And
that
I
you
know
can dox
YouTube's
and
probably gonna
stalk
take down
your
my video,
critics,
but
so long as you
screw it.
have
I don't
a big
care.
YouTube audience. If she
Well, I'm
truly
gonna go
wanted
silent
to
for a
talk
little
with
bit
me,
while I
she
watch
could have
this.
done so through many other means. But there's one thing you don't do. You do not show up at someone's house. That's simply a line you do not cross.
Whoa,
there is
guys.
Zero justification for this. She claims in her story that
And his wife
I've
is
been
just
harassing
innocent,
her.
you know?
No, Sniperwolf. I've
Like,
not been
it
harassing
just kind
you
of pisses
at
me
all.
off.
In my
that
videos on JacksFilms,
Sniperwolf just had
I've been
to-
critiquing her non-transformative commentary, I point out cases of content theft and freebooting, and I credit the creators she steals from. I've been critical of her content, but that does not equate to harassment. What is harassment is coming to our home, sharing it for millions to see, and taunting me to come out. YouTube needs to take swift action and ban her from the platform ASAP. And the same goes for Instagram. Speaking of, Sniperwolf is already making light of the situation, as if stalking someone is a quirky thing to do. No one should feel unsafe in their own home. And thanks to Sniperwolf, my wife and I now do.
I mean,
so YouTube, please do the right thing.
pretty much
Get her off
assaulted
the platform.
him.
Anyone who weaponizes their fan base like she did does not deserve a space here.
Every one of her, like, 6 million fans, his house. And now we're gonna watch Charlie's video. So, enjoy.
Once everything's perfectly organized, I'll start working on my thesis.
Hey, this is actually the most outrageous setup I've ever attempted. I've got the normal Sony camera balancing
Like,
on a small beam in the hotel room here that's looking like a high wire out of a circus. And I have it propped up a little bit with the laptop flipped down and slightly angled at an obtuse angle in order to prop it up just a little bit so you can maybe see my face. I don't know what it looks like. You might be looking at just like my bottom chin, so I'm going to look like the secretary from the Powerpuff Girls, but we're going to run it anyway. So, as you can see, I'm still on my little expedition away from home. I'm in my hotel room. Don't be alarmed. I know I'm not wearing a white shirt, but this isn't a cry for help or anything. It's very cold. So I threw on one of the only long sleeve shirts that I had available. So that's the whole explanation there. Anyway, the reason I have urgently scrambled here to get to this computer in order to talk about something is because a huge story has been developing over the last, I don't know, like 2 hours or something, where Sniperwolf has now doxed JacksFilms. I'm sure this is something that a lot of you are moderately familiar with, but I'll just go ahead and give you the really brief nutshell rundown of what's going on.
Don't mind me doing that.
I didn't make that cut right there on purpose. This has nothing to do with the whole video, but I need to mention this. The camera just fell on its own and stopped the recording, so we may have an angry poltergeist incident in here. I'm gonna have to get the fucking Luigi's Mansion vacuum out and just start going to town in here to clear the area, exorcise whatever spirits happen to be haunting this room. But I'm gonna finish the video regardless. But you see my eyes roll into the back of my skull and I start levitating off the chair during it. Just know, it's a haunting in Pittsburgh here. Or perhaps the cringe is too unbearable here with the subject we're covering. But anyway, back on topic.
And she had to be
huge
searching
channel.
for
She mainly does TikTok reacts, which has made her the punching bag of the internet recently. She's caught more fire than the sequel to the Hunger Games because a lot of people have been stating that what she does isn't really reacting to content, it's mainly just stealing it, freebooting it. And the entire internet has come together like this giant singularity and all collapsed onto SniperWolf as well as some other React channels as well for this type of content. And by far the biggest soldier on the front line of this battle is JacksFilms. JacksFilms made a whole video going over why what she does isn't acceptable, and even made an entire channel dedicated to making fun of her and her content. And he even has an entire bingo game that takes the piss out of her content more than a catheter takes the piss out of a hospital patient. She just ruined her whole reputation. He has pretty much daily uploads of just making fun of each of her daily reacts. This ongoing feud has been escalating and continuing for quite some time. We're in like season 5 of this anime arc here, and it's just only popping off more and more. Interact with your video, and this whole situation has led to a can of worms opening. Pandora's box has been unleashed. So it's been a massive conversation across the entire internet with tons of content creators weighing in on it, such as Dark Viper having an entire series on React content. Mudahar's made quite a few pieces on it as well. Just tons of channels that have all been talking about it recently. And it's led to this witch's cauldron, this stew that's been brewing and bubbling, and now the cup runneth over, and all of this has spilt from the internet to the real world. Allegedly, SniperWolf has just doxed JacksFilms. In an Instagram post, she posted this.
Literally.
And it was more than just this picture here. Apparently, she even posted one of his house, which obviously I'm not going to show you. I'm not here to just like hop on and give you like a 4K display of JacksFilms dojo here because SniperWolf posted it on her story. It's just an extremely degenerate, fucked up response to this whole situation from SniperWolf.
Like, why do you have to do all this shit?
Borderline illegal, I think. I don't think you can just dox somebody like this. And if it's not illegal, it's against YouTube's rules at the very least. And it violates the Geneva Convention of Internet Content Creators, where you never take internet beef into the real world.
Like, literally, this makes me laugh so hard on what she fucking did, bro. I'm like, yeah. So, pretty much, right here is just, I'm just gonna explain all this. So, this is my point. Honestly, Jack is 100% in the right here, and YouTube fucking sucks because they're not doing shit about it, and I wish that they took action, but they're not going to, besides fucking demonetizing her, because they are fucking assholes, and all they care about is the money. So, yeah.
It's just going too far with this whole thing. JacksFilms was just making critiques on her content as well as making fun of it, which is something everyone does all the time, every single fucking day. And to go to this extreme where you dox him for it is just an incomprehensible, insano style step. Now, JacksFilms posting about this on Twitter obviously gained a lot of traction. This isn't exactly some kind of like whoopsie-daisy moment, you know, a mistake that could happen to anyone. This is some pretty malicious shit. There's not really a defense of it. You can't just make the claim like, well, I just wanted to kind of talk it out face to face. Like, no. That's not how this works. You don't go up to someone's house like you're about to try and sell them solar panels in order to hash out your internet beef unannounced. Especially not in the middle of the night, too.
Don't ask
that's
about that.
Threatening. Like that is not a normal, sane way of handling things. So when this started getting traction, SniperWolf herself caught onto it and deleted the post and then said this. She said, accusing me of doxing is defamation. I have no idea how to dox. He literally posted his address on Google and said I threatened him and doxed him.
My points
JacksFilms,
but like literally. And honestly, I just don't really like SniperWolf. I mean, yes, I used to watch her, like, just because I was bored and I couldn't fucking sleep. And people who watch her, sometimes they think that they can get with her if they defend her on, like, Twitter or anything and just say, like, No, she's better than you because she is hot. And I want to date her. Like, no. She's not better than anybody. Honestly, she's better than nobody. Everybody else is pretty much better than her.
You posted a video tonight of you outside our home to your 5+ million followers to see while my wife and I were inside. I can't make it any simpler than that. If that's not doxing, why did you delete it?
Like,
that's kind of a checkmate moment kind of right there. You got her with the scholars, mate.
And yes, I used to watch her Darman videos because who hasn't? And literally, those reactions are bad too. Like, yeah, this video is gonna be like 30 minutes long, so, yep. Well, anyways, so, is it really a problem that she has fake-ass reactions? Yes, but that's not really an issue when she's doxing people, fucking stalking people, and threatening people. Like, literally, why you gotta do that? Like, I'm not even kidding. Just why? Give me a singular reason why. Like, actually, I fucking hate this. And YouTube actually should take action. But, yeah. If there's any Sniper Wolf fans in the comments, I'm going to tell you guys to just go fuck yourself and go masturbate to her pictures, not going to lie. So, yeah. And get on with your life, and she's a bitch. So, yeah, just leave me alone.
Like, you showed up to his house unannounced.
In your eyes.
In the middle of the night.
If you guys actually
and then
like
when
this,
people started to point out how that's not acceptable behavior and is very much in line with doxing, you deleted it. So you can recognize that it's bad.
Oh yeah,
I don't really know how you'd Phoenix write an argument together that it's not doxing. Like, I don't even understand the statement she makes about saying that JacksFilms posted his address on Google. She's talking about Google like it's the game FAQs.com board. Like, I don't think he made...
And it was obtained using legal methods. So I think,
since I can remember,
a sponsored paid post with just his address is the first thing that comes up when you type in JacksFilms. You definitely would have to go out of your way to find that information. I don't think he like geotagged his spot, made it like a Pokemon Go stop, and like really was advertising where he lives. Like, this is not common information. You went out of your way to find it and then went to his address. Like, I just really can't think of any justification for it. I've seen a couple of people huffing massive amounts of copium, nearly toxic levels of copium, saying, like, she went there to handle things like an adult, unlike JacksFilms, who just speaks behind a computer. And that's just straight up delusional, if you ask me. No normal people are going to hash out their internet beef in the middle of the night, in person, unannounced. Right?
Yeah,
like, going up to his house like she's about to, you know, sell solar panels to him or something and ambush him with this conversation about this feud they have is not normal or acceptable. It's just like a malicious, weird thing to do. And wow.
And she's not been canceled.
Man,
what the hell?
A ghost just haunted my vocal folds on that one with that voice crack. Goodness gracious. Overall, I'm just shocked that Sniper Wolf, with as long as she's been on the internet and as large as she is, would think for even just a second that she'd somehow be able to get out of this situation without huge backlash and problems from it. Again, this is something that extends beyond just like normal internet etiquette. This is like downright against rules to do something like this. So I definitely think JacksFilms is...
Another ad. This is the most boring thing I'm ever doing, just holding down this button, just watching this video. Like, there's no sound to it for me. Like, if I had some sound, I would not mind. I just keep holding the button down. And I have something on my TV, but I can't watch it right now because then you guys will hear it. And yeah, you guys probably don't want to fucking hear me do this shit. So
in the right here, he's very upset about it. Probably a little concerned because
honestly,
who knows who else might go to his house next, since she posted it on a massive Instagram account. Like, that is a legitimate fear.
Like,
she also posted this again in response to the whole situation, saying this creep has been harassing me for months, then plays victim, saying I threatened him when I just wanted to talk to him. I have no ill intentions. It's so sad when people have to constantly create drama.
Dumpy's video after this because Dumpy is the most. I'm making autistic sounds. I wonder what my brother fucking hears. He probably thinks I'm just doing something sped. Like, I'm just gonna be reacting to this shit because it's so dumb. Like, literally, Sniper Wolf is just the cringiest thing I've ever seen. Like, honestly,
Pay their bills.
Thinks that
but this doesn't make any sense. Like, this is a crazy straw of a statement. Like, it's taken all kinds of weird twists and turns that aren't computing in my little noodle up here. If you just wanted to talk to him, why wouldn't you just reach out to him through normal channels online? I'm sure he would have responded to you instantly. He seems to respond to everyone about everything in regards to the entire React
this is the third time I'm pausing
situation.
it, but
So I feel like if you had reached out to him, he would have been thrilled to talk to you about it. But again, I'm not a fucking PR guy. I don't know. Maybe you did reach out to him and he didn't see it or he ignored it. I have no idea. But regardless, you going to his house to try to talk to him,
Jack would get banned because he doesn't have as many subscribers as she does.
Like, that's not a normal
bullshit, in my
thing
opinion.
that anyone should be doing.
Well,
there's other channels
honestly,
that you could have tried
that Jack
beforehand.
gets banned,
Go to one of his
she's not
bingo
getting
nights on
banned.
Twitch and be like, hey,
I mean, Jack
listen,
gets
Buster,
banned.
I'm ready to hash it out. Let's talk.
It's good
And
that
again,
Jack
I'm
would
sure
get
he
banned
probably
if
would have
he
seen
doxed
that,
Sniper Wolf,
and that would be a
but
lot less
it's
scary
not
than
good
having you
if she
show up in
doesn't
the
get
middle of
banned
the
for
fucking
doxing
night
him.
to his home unannounced. Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
Like,
I think the
he's
goal
been
here
harassing me. He's
was
been harassing me.
to
No.
either
You've
scare
been harassing
him
by
or
going
put
to
his
his
information
house.
out there to
You've
maybe some less than
crossed the
savory
line.
individuals that could
You
also scare him.
went to his house,
I don't
dumb
know, but regardless, the way you
ass.
handled this is
God.
atrocious and dangerous. Like, downright, like, dangerous thing to do. So I totally understand the response from JacksFilms about this and being
Like,
frightened by it.
I already have
because
my
this is
thumbnail
fucked
planned
up.
out for this.
So yeah, I just wanted to talk about this
And
because
it's
I
gonna be a
think this
good
is one of the
one,
rare
boys.
cases
So,
of a
yeah.
huge YouTuber making a massive blunder like this.
I'm
where you
sorry
would
if you guys don't want me to watch this shit.
step on like
But still,
actual
it's
rules
kind of
and
funny.
potentially laws
I like it.
all over some internet beef. So
Schmingat.
yeah, I just had to talk about this one a little bit. That's it. So,
Your little noodle. See, I'm not being Sniper Wolf right now because I'm actually reacting to the video instead of just watching it going, wow. Whoa! Yo! Whoa! I'm actually like just talking about the video. And sorry if I'm talking a little bit too fast.
Let's get the little guy too. I wanted to see the little guy.
So recently, I've been making quite a few videos about
least, like, 40 minutes.
Sniper Wolf, and immediately upon me saying that, I'm gonna have a bunch of people in my comment section like, "You're just making videos,
And
making fun of
nobody should
people."
be doing
No.
this. So
All right,
if
yeah, I
you
might be making some
dox
jokes
me,
here and there
I
at Sniper
will
Wolf's expense,
show-
but
I
let me
will
just tell
freaking
you,
show
it is
up to that
100%
door. I will
deserved.
freaking
And let me
shoot
just
your car
say,
with a
after
rifle.
today's
Try me,
video,
bitch.
that statement will be just a little bit more true, because Sniper Wolf has made a video in the past that she is desperately trying to hide from the internet amongst her new doxing scandal with JacksFilms. And if you're watching this
My
video right
thumb
now and
hurts
have
from
no idea what I'm
pressing
talking
the
about, you
button.
have no idea who Sniper Wolf is, no idea who JacksFilms is, you're like, what's YouTube? Let me explain. So Sniper Wolf, or SSSSS Sniper Wolf, is literally one of the biggest creators on YouTube with over 30 million subscribers. And JacksFilms is another triple OG YouTuber who makes sort of similar videos to me, amongst others like skits and stuff like that, right? So nobody really likes
This is not
Sniper
even
Wolf.
the
I'm
longest
just
video
gonna be
ever
blatantly
made.
honest. I mean, Sniper Wolf has been around forever, and if you were
I've made a
about
video
like
that's
10
now
years old in
long
2013, you might have grown up loving Sniper Wolf, okay? I mean, at first when I was just starting to watch YouTube, I came across a couple of her videos and I was like, okay, that's not bad. And to preface, these were like gameplay Call of Duty type videos. And then over the course of time, I mean, even back then she could have been labeled a reaction channel, right? Because apparently she was just reacting to her husband Sausage's gameplay. I don't know, that's a whole other video in itself. But Sniperwolf got super popular within the last, I want to say like 4 or 5 years, off doing reaction videos to like TikToks. And let me just tell you, these videos barely can even be labeled as like original content. I mean, honestly, I don't even want to call it that at all. It's literally grown woman sitting in front of her camera just staring into space, and then she'll occasionally add her reaction, which is
some good points.
Wow, that thing on screen right there, that thing was crazy. And then she'll just move to the next TikTok clip. So basically, just keep this in mind. YouTuber, millions of views, terrible content, basically breaking copyright law. I mean, sometimes she'll literally just sit there and play a TikTok and not even show her face or even react to it. It will just be a TikTok in its entirety. No credit to the original creator. So you get the idea. Some people are going to get frustrated over time. And I mean, you guys can kind of connect the dots. And if you've seen the other videos, you know that one of these people was JacksFilms. And JacksFilms made a lot of videos that were critical of Sniperwolf, even to the point of making a parody channel called JacksFilms, where he basically just emulates the Sniperwolf formula. And up until last Friday, all this was just basically petty YouTube beef. You know, JacksFilms would just keep on making his videos on Sniperwolf, and Sniperwolf would just keep on making her millions of dollars by essentially just continuing to steal content. And like I said, up until Friday, all was well in the world until Sniperwolf decided to show up at JacksFilms' house and just dox him. I mean, it's insane drama. I mean, I don't even want to call it drama, to be honest, because it's basically going to be a lawsuit. And I mean, Sniperwolf could even see prison time, and hopefully her channel gets maybe Doc McStuffin. And now I go into more depth in my other videos about the same topic, but why do I even mention this? Okay, I just want to give you guys a little bit of recap and context to the situation. Now let's get back to Sniperwolf. Okay, this woman made a video back in 2014, an Omegle video. Okay, that was the trend at the time, and I'm all too familiar with Omegle because back in 2014 I was 12 and I went on Omegle for the first time, and I saw a man's schlong and it scarred me for life. But back in 2014, Sniperwolf made one of the most despicable, inappropriate, and just god-awful videos that have ever been created on this website, where she literally went on Omegle and conversed with minors trying to exchange some kind of deal where they twerk and she takes off her top. I wish I was joking. Now, I just wanted to say, doing a video like this, number one, is incredibly just stupid, and for her to leave it on her channel for nearly a decade and just only start deleting it now when people are talking about it is actually insane. I mean, you might as well just keep it up. I mean, of course it should have been made in the first place, but if you're gonna keep it up for 10 years and just now when you start facing criticism you're gonna be like, oh, let's delete it. Like, what? But let's check out this post on Twitter that resurfaced the video. So this is the first post out of 2. Retweet: Sniperwolf is being accused of commercial blah blah blah, I can't say that on YouTube, of minors after a video she posted back in 2014 has resurfaced where she asks young looking individuals, allegedly minors, to twerk in exchange for favors, showing her chicken wings. At around 12:30 EST, she privated the video. Incredibly creepy and disturbing behavior. And as you guys can see here, she took down the video. I mean, we already know that, but you get the idea. So anyways, guys, today is the day. We're going to be checking this out. I feel like I'm going to have to censor a lot of this, but regardless, let's just see how bad this is.
I'll type it.
I just can't imagine even being in this position. Like, what was her thought? Like, oh, I have this crazy idea. We're gonna get random people who I have no idea how old they are to show their ass. Bro, what the fuck?
Come on.
Get out of here. There's a fucking boy in my room and it's attacking me.
I mean, why'd I decide to make this? What am I even supposed to say, dude? I got so many comments like, hey, you should take a look at this deleted sniper video. Hey, you should take a look at this. It's like, okay, I'm taking a look at it. What else am I supposed to say besides lock her up? Like, seriously though, what am I even supposed to say about this topic, bro? It's just gross. I mean, Sensitive Society made a video about this same topic. I wonder what he said.
Let's get the little guy too. I wanted to see the little guy.
Listen to
that's not something you want to say. Okay, wait a second. Bring the little guy over here. I want to see that little cake bounce up and down. It's like she sounds either drunk or high, which is no excuse to, you know, do this shit.
Yeah, I agree. Like, what am I supposed to say about this shit?
And I'm just gonna let Delta
I love a big ass. So, let's just say that the ass is small. Like, is the deal off? I don't, like, how do people like Sniperwolf even exist, bro? It's like this person has no talent, no originality, no creativity, no jokes, and they just, they break the law, and then YouTube's like, what's your guys' favorite Sniperwolf video? And then they treat people who actually provide quality content on YouTube like they're expendable pieces of garbage because they don't have 30 million subs.
Yeah, let's go. Come on! No, come on, let's do it! Yeah! Oh, yeah! That's f***ing awesome!
Is she getting off on this? What is going on, dude? I'm so sick of spending my days looking at the most, like...
Can you see the difference you're making in the world? With our Clean Choice Energy Advanced Impact Stick.
Rancid content online, dude. But you guys actually want me to see this stuff, dude. Like, I'm actually developing content tumors. Which basically, if you don't know what a content tumor is, it's when you're watching a video that's so bad, you actually develop a goddamn tumor in your brain. I have 2 weeks to live.
Yeah! Let's get the little guy too. I wanted to see the little guy.
Well, I mean, I wish one day maybe Sniperwolf would want to take a look at my little guy, if you get the drift. But this whole entire video is just disgusting. I'm gonna let it play out. I'm just gonna let it play out. Let's see let's just see how this clip ends, dude. I'm sick of this shit.
Come on.
I'm just gonna fucking listen to this.
Let's twerk together. Oh, I can't see. Move the camera. Just a little bit. I couldn't see. Oh yeah, you're really good at it.
Never mind, I guess I just have too much to say about this. I think Sniperwolf needs to be put in a cage. Is that what you guys want? Is that what you guys want to see? I think that would be crazy. How do we let a creator get away with so much shit? How?
Yeah, let me see the other guy do it. Let's see the little guy. Oh, someone came in. Is that your mom?
I can't think of a position I would want to be in less
Sniperwolf
than these kids who are being forced to.
And I hope this gets
bee in my room.
canceled.
And these kids who are being forced to throw it back
reporter for like 5 hours.
And then their mom comes in with the announcement that the tater tots are ready. How do you explain to your parents
if you want, YouTube.
what's going on?
I don't care. That'll just show that you're trying to silence me, like you did to Parlo.
Come on, let's go. Let's go. Get your mom in here. Let her twerk too. Yeah, your son's doing all this for tips.
Okay, well, that's the video. Before I give my final thoughts, let's check out Sensitive Society's final thoughts.
I mean, are you as disturbed? Are you creeped out? Or do you think it's normal for 24-year-old women, maybe 25-year-old women, to be like, hey, you twerk for me and I'll show you my tits? If this was a guy doing this shit, they will have their whole channel terminated. Let's just be honest.
Well, that's a great idea. I think I'm gonna attempt this strategy. All joking aside though, guys, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like and subscribe if you're new. Comment dog if you're this far in the video, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.
The fucking hell is this bitch's problem? Like, actually, I'm not even kidding. This is fucking gross. What the hell, dude? Like, actually, this is fucking crazy, and I really don't like it. Because, for one, she's asking probably fucking minors to twerk for her just for some tits that probably are flat. So, yeah. W, if you guys are still here, comment Mama if you are still here. Later.